Before going to sleep, listen to this prayer with an open heart. Sometimes all we need, it is silence. Silence to listen to our soul. Silence to let God speak. Maybe you're listening to this prayer right now because his soul cried for help. Maybe your body is tired, your mind flood, but inside, where only God reaches, there is a silent cry for peace. Tonight, I want you to let yourself hear. Close your eyes if you can. Take a deep breath and let every word touch your heart. Now, it's just you and God. No noise outside is louder than the voice that will speak inside. That voice that tells you you are not alone. A lot may have happened in the last few days. Disappointments, fears, fatigue. Maybe you cried without anyone seeing. Maybe he smiled just to mask the pain. But this prayer, it's your time with heaven. Yes, God is here. He sees where no one else sees, and he's visiting you now, right there where you are. If you can, hold the pillow, that pillow that welcomes your face every night. Today it will be more than a place of rest. It will be a point of contact, a bridge between your faith and God's care. Now listen, what worries you, God already knows. What makes you lose sleep, God is already at work. Even when you're feeling lonely, there are angels around. Angels you don't see, but who have been sent to protect you. Do you believe it? Do you really believe it? So, at that moment, make a silent covenant with God. No need to speak loudly. Say it in your heart. Lord, I trust. Even tired, I think. Even crying, I think. Even without understanding, I entrust everything into your hands. Soft pause. Ambient sound that breathes calmly. If this prayer is already touching your heart, I want to ask you something. Subscribe to the channel. Press the button. It's not just with numbers. It is so that this current of faith reaches more people. People like you, who need to feel this embrace of God. Now turn your attention inward. You will realize it. Something is already changing. What the eyes do not see, the heart feels. Are you still there? Still with an open heart? So stay with me. This prayer is not made up of words. It is made of faith, delivery of silence between each sentence, and it is in this silence that God speaks. You know when we feel alone in the midst of so many people? You know that feeling of being tired, even after sleeping? It is the weight of the soul, but today, this weight, he will fall to the ground. You might not even see it now, but on the invisible side of life, things are aligning. The bonds are breaking. The chains are broken. This evening, it is not common. That night was marked by God. It is your encounter with him. How many times have you had to be strong on the outside while everything was falling apart on the inside? How many times have you been told you can do it, you're strong, and all you wanted was a ride? So let me tell you something. God knows this weariness. It doesn't require you to be perfect. He doesn't expect you to have all the answers. He just wants you to hand over what's inside. This cushion is made of how many tears did he hide? How many dreams you have had for him, and you have never told anyone? Well, you know, today this pillow will bring with it promises. Yes, promised by a God who does not lie. Promises of a God who does not fail. Promised by a God who still performs miracles. Maybe you're praying for someone, maybe for a child, from a mother, by someone who is sick, or by someone who doesn't even know that you are praying for him. But God sees. The prayer you pray in silence. The sky trembles. It gets the spiritual world into trouble. Don't underestimate your faith. Even small move mountains. Emotional pause. Gentle breathing. If this message touches you, don't keep it to yourself. You can share this video with someone who also needs peace, someone who perhaps today is about to give up. Be a channel of blessing. Be the answer to prayer for someone else. Just one touch. All you need is a presentation, and the sky moves. Short break hour. I want you to imagine yourself surrounded by light. Close your eyes for a moment. Imagine this light covering you from head to toe. It is the presence of God. It surrounds you. It cleans you up. It heals you. All fear is now disappearing. All anxiety is calmed. You're safe. You are at peace. You are in God. In silence, he answers. Take a deep breath. One more time. Let this moment be yours. You don't have to rush. There is no need to understand everything now. You don't need to fix what isn't ready yet. Tonight is only for this, to rest. Rest your mind, rest the body, and above all, rest your heart. God didn't bring you here by accident. How many times have you felt on the edge, as if hanging by a thread? And was this thread getting thinner and thinner, but even so, you're still standing. And do you know why? Because there is a force within you that did not come from the world. It comes from above. It comes from heaven. It's the strength that kept you on your feet when everything collapsed. It is the force that will renew you now. As you listen to these words, you can cry, power. Let him out. The tears that fall. They are prayers that heaven understands. It is not weakness, it is healing. Every tear that falls, it washes away a piece of pain that you couldn't explain. Slow pause, like a sigh in time. You're not alone. God is with you right now, closer than you think. He knows his secret struggle, the one you close in silence, what no one knows, but which. He knows down to the details. Nevertheless, he chose to love you. He has not given up on you, not even when you're gone, not even when you screamed in silence inside you, and no one listened. He listened. You are important. You are loved. Be careful. If these words reach the depths of your soul, so right here in the comments, I receive this peace. It's not just a sentence. It is an act of faith. It is a spiritual affirmation. When you write, you materialize, you get active, you release into the visible world what the invisible has already begun to do. And if you can, subscribe to the channel, because every day I will be here, not with prepackaged answers, but with acceptance, with such warm words, with prayers that embrace. You don't have to walk alone. Here, you have a space, you have a refuge. Pause. Shall we breathe together once again? It inspires peace. Let go of fear. It inspires lightness. Let go of the pain. Now feel that moment. There is no hurry. There is no cost. It's just you and the presence of God. When God's silence is the answer, has this ever happened to you? Pray, pray, pray. And you don't hear anything in response, as if the sky had become mute. Sometimes God's silence seems like abandonment, but it is not. His silence is sacred. It is a moment of invisible care. That's when he works behind the scenes, building things that can't yet be seen while you cry. It is getting ready while you wait. It gives shape while you're feeling lonely. He is there, closer than ever. You may not have realized it, but it was in the darkest moments of your life that you grew the most in pain. You have learned to look at the sky. In his absence, you have discovered the value of presence, silently. You started to hear what you would never hear in the noise. So now, confidence. He trusts that this emptiness is not a punishment. Have a faith that this difficult time, it will not be in vain. Lightbreak. God is still writing his own story, and the page that comes after the pain is peace. Perhaps this is the word you need most at this time. Peace. So, right here in the comments, I receive this peace in my heart, and repeat it in your mind, even if in silence, even if with tears in my eyes. I don't understand everything, but I trust in you. Repeats with faith. I don't understand everything, but I trust in you. This is the beginning of the transformation, because when trust comes, fear is losing ground. When faith is strengthened, doubts weaken. You don't have to see all the way through. You just need to take the next step. And if you can, share this video with someone who is also tired. You can be the answer someone has asked for in prayer. You can be God's outstretched hand to someone who has already lost hope. Then share. You have no idea how much it can change someone's night, longer and quieter break, hour, rest. You are taken care of. You are in the process of resetting. You are loved in a way that no pain can erase. When everything seems to be falling apart, there are days when everything seems to be falling apart. You wake up, but he doesn't feel the strength to get out of bed. Look around, and everything seems meaningless. Try to smile, but he feels the weight of the tired soul. Maybe you are experiencing just that right now, and if it is, take a deep breath with me. Our listening. This moment, as difficult as it is not the end of his story. I know it hurts. I know fear embraces you in the dark. I know that loneliness screams at you when everyone is silent, but you've come this far, and this is already a victory. You've survived the days when you thought you'd quit. You overcame pain that no one saw. You fought in silence when no one noticed. It shows that inside you, there is a force that has not yet been broken, even wounded. You keep going, even tired. Insist. And that is why now more than ever it is necessary to remember, pain is real, but it is not eternal. This chaos will pass, the tears will stop, and what today seems like a ruin, tomorrow there will be a solid foundation for a new construction. So write here in the comments, I believe better days are coming. Write in faith, even if it still hurts, because when you declare, move the sky. When you believe it, you make room for the miracle. Light, break. You don't have to pretend you're okay. Today it could be weak. You can cry, you may feel destroyed, but don't give up. You'll still look back. And thank you for not letting go of the rope, for believing, even without seeing, for trusting, even when everything fell apart. And when that day comes, you will understand. It is in chaos that God has rebuilt you. Do you believe it? So don't just keep it to yourself. Send this video to someone who is about to give up. It might be just what he or she needs to hear today. Close your eyes, breathe, feel peace that slowly returns. You are here, and this is already a miracle. You'll smile again for real. Do you remember the last time you smiled? Really? That smile that comes from within. No need to force it, which also lights up the eyes. Maybe it's time. Maybe you don't even know what it's like anymore, because life has hit hard. And when the pain persists, the smile hides. But let me tell you one thing you may have forgotten. You'll smile again, and it won't be just any smile. It will be a light smile, free, genuine. Not because life will be perfect, but because you will be at peace, because you will learn to rest even when the answers do not yet come, because you will feel God's embrace even when there is no one around. And that day, you will remember this moment from this video, that voice that tells you, calm down, it's not over. There are still many beautiful things to experience. There are still meetings. There are victories that you can't even imagine. There are sunny days after this storm, and you will be there, strong, wise, more intact. Then he writes in the comments, I think I'll smile again. He declares it in faith, because every word has power, and when you speak, activate hope. I know it was hard, but listen to this. Nothing is being in vain. Every tear has a purpose. Every silence has a time, and at the right time, everything that today seems pain, it will turn into a testimony. Do you believe it? So take a deep breath and keeps it in his heart. You will smile again for real. The day you understand the reason for all this. There are days when everything seems meaningless, where the weight is so much that you wonder if it's worth keeping trying. There are days when silence hurts more than words, and the emptiness that remains, it seems that it never passes, but listen carefully. A day will come in which you will understand the reason for all this. Go and look back, and every pain will have a meaning. Every fall will feel like a step, any loss, a redirect. Today, this may seem impossible. Today, maybe you just want the pain to end. It's okay to hear it, but keep this truth: God does not waste suffering. Everything you experience, it's shaping you. It's preparing your heart for what's next. And no, you won't come out of it the same way you entered. You will come out stronger, wise, deep. Maybe today all you have is a fragment of faith, but even a single fragment is enough. When you deliver it into the right hands, short pause like a calm sigh, and one day you'll look at the sky and you will understand. You will realize that everything has cooperated, even what hurt, even what you wanted to forget. And that day you will thank yourself, not because of the pain, but for the transformation it has caused. If this message touches your heart, leave a comment saying, "I'll understand again." Write this for yourself, for your faith, because when that day comes, you will remember it today and you will say, "Now it makes sense." When all seems lost, remember. There are times when it seems like everything is gone: strength, hope, the will to continue. Look ahead and he sees no way. Look back and feel regret. Look inside and finds only tiredness. It is in these days that many people give up, not because they are weak, but because they were too exhausted to remember that even the darkest night has an end. If this is your dark moment, I want to tell you something calmly in the world. There is still life in you, maybe a thread, maybe just a sigh, but this thread, just start over. You haven't lost everything. You're not alone. Take a deep breath. Look around. Look inside. Slowly. There is something in you that still pulsates, something he still dreams of, something he still believes in, even if it is very little, and that little. For today, it is more than enough. You don't have to have all the answers, nor knowing what to do tomorrow. Today, all you have to do is raise a thought. I'll try one more time. Repeat it in your heart. Whisper if necessary. And if you want, write here in the comments, "There is still life in me." Perhaps it is the most sincere phrase you say today, and it can change everything. You are not lost. You are going to be rebuilt. Carefully, with silence, with love. That's all. It takes time, but it will be worth it. You're not broke. You feel it. Have you ever felt broken? As if something inside had broken, and everything that comes, words, looks, memories, flows through those cracks. You try to be strong, try to look good, but after all, there is something painful that you can't even explain anymore. Let me tell you one important thing. Feeling pain doesn't mean you're weak. It means you're alive. It means that what happened really touched you. In a small village, a cat named Whiskers discovered a magic fish in a pond. The fish promised 3 wishes in exchange for its freedom. Whiskers wished for endless fish, a cozy bed, and a bell that rang softly. The fish granted all 3 wishes and swam away, leaving Whiskers content and purring in the sun. And even if no one understands the intensity of what you feel, it doesn't diminish what's inside you. This is not an exaggeration. It is not a drama. It's just pain, and that's okay. The pain you feel today will not define you forever, but she will teach you. Teach them to respect their limits, to listen to each other with more affection, to choose more carefully who to let in. You're not broke. You feel it, and feel it's what makes us human. Don't charge so much to rebuild slowly. Don't try to be who you were before the pain. Maybe you'll come back, or maybe you'll turn into someone even stronger, but whoever you become, you will. Have learned to be kinder to your soul, and this is already a big step. If this message touched you, leave a comment saying, "I agree to hear." He writes this as a hug to himself, as a sign that you are willing to continue, even with the scars. We feel it, suffer, but we also survive and live. It's still worth it. Not everyone will understand your pain, and that's okay. There are pains that are invisible and so often misunderstood. Have you ever tried to explain how you feel and felt? Is it an exaggeration? Or you have to be stronger? Words like that do more harm than help. Because when the soul is wounded, what we least need is judgment. The truth is, not everyone will understand your pain. Not everyone will understand why you are silent or go away or seems distant, even if it is present. And that's okay. People see the world from their wounds if they have never experienced what you feel. You will not be able to reach the depth of your silence, but that doesn't make their pain any less real, no less legitimate. You don't have to explain yourself all the time. There is no need to convince anyone. Your pain is yours, and only you know what it brings, and sometimes it's better to find a space where you can simply exist without having to justify anything. A space where you can cry if you want, or keep quiet, or take a deep breath. And that's it. Here, right now. This space is yours. If you feel like no one understands, but you're still trying to move on. He writes in the comments, I follow even if no one sees him. This is not weakness, it is courage. You are here. He is trying. And that's already a lot of strength. You don't have to be strong all the time. You've been strong for so long. Strong when I didn't want to get out of bed. Strong when everything was falling apart inside and no one noticed. You held back the tears. He swallowed the words, and he continued to smile, even with a tired heart. But today, let me tell you, you don't have to be strong all the time. Being strong is not being silent. It is knowing when to ask for help. Being strong is not always resisting. It is knowing when to stop to breathe. Strength also lives in rest, in the contained crying that escapes at night, in the pause that the body asks for and that the soul implores. Sometimes you have the right to feel weak, to want to be embraced, to let yourself fall, and then, little by little, get back up. If you feel this tiredness, he puts in the comments, I deserve some rest, because he really deserves it. And maybe today, it's time to start welcoming yourself as you welcome others. You're not alone. It may seem so. It may seem like no one understands, that no one sees what you bring, but you're not alone. There are more people right now, with the same pain, the same doubts, the same silent fears. He has silent hearts that beat in harmony with his own. There are people who, even without knowing you, would feel what you feel, and they would understand without the need for explanations. If this message reached you, it was no coincidence. Maybe it's a sign. Maybe it's the memory that the universe wants to give you. You are important. You're part of something bigger. There's still a way, even if the road is dark. And when everything seems to be falling apart, remember, someone, somewhere, is rooting for you to be okay. If this message spoke to you, he writes in the comments, I receive, and he takes a deep breath. You are here. So far you have survived all the difficult nights, and you still have the light inside you. You'll make it, maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but you will make it. You will be able to understand what hurt you. You will be able to transform pain into strength. You will be able to forgive yourself. And you can smile again for real, because inside you there is still hope, although small, although hidden. She is alive, everything you've been through. It was not in vain. You are learning to rebuild yourself step by step, silently, with courage. Thus, go on. Don't give up now. Don't throw away everything you've already overcome. You're not alone. And here, you will always find acceptance. If you think that message should get to someone, send this video to that person. It might be just what he needs to hear. And if you've made it this far, write, I'm ready to continue, because you are. And your path still has many beautiful things waiting for you. If this message spoke to your heart, if you felt the truth in every word, leave your comment below. Subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. Every week, you will find a refuge. For your soul here, words that comfort, silences that heal. Until next time, and take care of yourself. You deserve it.